The first one I'm going to show you is how to link two dashboards together. And the use case for this example would be if we were to look at my top customers by sales and I wanted to find out more information about this customer here on my customer scorecard, I would have to remember the name of the customer, open another tab and open the customer scorecard dashboard, type the customer name in and search. So instead what we can do is we can link those two together so you can jump right to the next dashboard. So in order to link two dashboards, you have to have the code listed as a property. So the first thing to do here, since we don't have code, is go to the edit button. And I'm going to add the code as a property. And then you'll see the code here. So this is going to create a hyperlink for that customer. And then next you'll go to this part here. This is link to dashboard. You'll notice that if the code is not selected, this is grayed out. So code first, and then you can choose what dashboard to link it to. So I'm going to link mine to customer scorecard and click save. So now I can click on this code and choose where I want to go next. So I want to take it to the customer scorecard. And then not only does it take me there, but it filters on the customer that you selected. So everything on this dashboard is now selected for just that one customer. And of course you can reset and look at it unfiltered, but it's kind of nice to not have to jump back and forth and do a bunch of searching. It just saves you a lot of time. And you can also do this with anything that has a code. So if you wanted to do products instead, you could do products as well. So like this one here that says top items, you can see the code is there and it's already linked, so we can open it and see what it's linked to and then go and create more links if you'd like. The next one I want to talk about is the list widget. And the use case for this is I have a lot of customers who like to share information to the rest of their employees who have focused logins, but maybe those people don't necessarily like to create their content or do a lot in Focus. They just want to have access to a dashboard and do all of their focusing and filtering from a dashboard. So that part's nice, but then if you want to share a bunch of favorites, sometimes it's hard for them to have to go to their home page and search through all of their different favorites that you want them to see. And it gets to be a lot of extra work, and quite frankly, sometimes people don't want to make time to do that. So what we can do instead is we can create a list widget that will allow you to put a list of favorites, alerts, dashboards, or databases in one place. So if we go to our list widget, we can then select from these here. I'm going to select the favorite option. And then this will give you a list. Right now, it's a list of every single favorite that I've created. So if you don't want it to be all of the favorites, you can then start filtering. So you can use it by maybe just by the sales database or by owner or by folder. If you wanted to put everything in a certain folder, so only the ones in the management folder will be shown, you can do that. And then you can sort by name on this one and then click save. So it added it to the very bottom. But then what you have here is now a list of favorites that you want whoever's accessing this dashboard to be able to see, so they don't have to go and search through it. The next trick I'm going to show you is how to use the limit rows feature on a widget. So limit rows allows you to choose your top whatever number or your bottom whatever number. I'm going to go back to not having any of these and show you why this is important. So if I were to look at my top 10 customers right now, I can highlight those and focus in on them. And these are my top 10. That's as of right now. But if I look at this again tomorrow, these numbers will change because everything updates. But if this customer loses their place as number 10 on this list and becomes number 11, it's not going to change the ranking. It's not going to move people up or move people down because I've focused on just those top 10. So what we do instead is we use this limit rows, and I'm going to select top 15. So now it'll take my top 15 and their local value, and it's going to update every night. So if this customer drops down to number 16 and someone else is in their place tomorrow, they'll show up here instead. And the final trick I'm going to show you is using run as. So run as is a really great feature, but make sure you're using this with caution. So the use case is, first of all, I'll back up and say that with dashboards, it's really nice because you can create one dashboard and then you can set user restrictions. Even for a basic user, you can set restrictions for them to only see their view. So if I want to create one big KPI dashboard for my entire sales team, I can do one dashboard and then set restrictions for each salesperson to only see their information, which is very helpful. But sometimes it's nice to see numbers like this widget here where it says sales year to date. Maybe I want them to see the overall sales dollars and not limit that to only their sales dollars, but I don't necessarily want them to see every single person listed out. So what I can do instead is I can leave everything as is, but for this one specific widget, I can set this to run as me. So I am the admin, I have access to see everything, and if I run it as me, when they log in, everything else will be edited and restricted just to their view based on their restrictions, except for this one. This will be the sales for everyone. So I can then share it with Bethany, and she should only be able to see her information plus everyone's here. And looking at her profile, I can see with the focus sales database, I can see what restrictions are set, and it is set to only her for the sales database. So if we log in as Bethany, we'll be able to see that dashboard that we've shared with her, which is KPI. So everything has changed except this one. So this is just for Bethany. And if we go back to the other one, this is for the whole company.